Welcome to the latest edition of the Chaos Draft. We have started with Plane Shift, a multicolored set. I don't think this rare is good, 4 mana, but it's very symmetrical. I'm sure you can make it work in some cases. There's also Grixis card, which is pretty good, it's a removal spell. There's also this Battle Mage, which for 5 mana is a 2 to make your opponent discard 2 cards, and if green, you destroy an enchantment. It's fine. It's nothing special. I might take it here though. It's a pretty weak pack. You could also just take Quirion Explorer, a 1/1 that taps for mana. Maybe that's better than playing this sort of multicolored nonsense card. This is a multicolored set, but why should I? This isn't that big of a payoff. I just think a 1/1 that taps for any of your lands, so it doesn't fix you, but it does ramp you. Ooh, new Phyrexian. We got Spellskite. For those of you who haven't played against this card, it's a very annoying card. It's an 0/4 that you can pay 2 life to redirect any target to this. So if it's a free damage removal spell, it doesn't do anything, because Spellskite has 4 toughness. There is also Volt Charge. I think it's between those 2 cards. Volt Charge will have to make me go into another color. The Proliferate is not particularly useful unless you get some counters. Whereas Spellskite is just good in any deck, very annoying for the opponent. So I think I'm going to take Spellskite to stay a little bit more open here. It doesn't hurt if you're blue, but you don't have to be. This Chaos Draft is usually consists of removal spells and solid creatures is the most basis here. So we got Korosta Gorgon, pretty solid, 5 mana Death Touch, and then you can remove a counter to give a -1/-1. Kind of a minor ability. This card I remember being very good. 5/5, and you can force the opponent's creature to attack, and you can make sure your opponent can't attack you. I think I'm going to take that. You can ramp this out and be some sort of Naya deck. I already got Quirion Explorer. And then I got Spellskite to protect it too, so this card usually takes over the game, because a 5 can also eat most things. And of course Spellskite stops Palm Spell if that's a thing. The rest of this pack is kind of trashy, but I might go into some sort of Naya. Whereas I could also be just green-red splash white or green-white splash red. I think that this card is very good. Okay, so we got a set with Infect. There is Blight, but it was a very annoying card. And it is decent. It's a giant spider with Infect, so it deals 2 -1/-1 counters on your opponent's creatures. Also Rotwolf. The problem with Infect, of course, is that you're probably not going to get a critical mass of Infect, so they don't do much on defense. Ballistic Shaman is solid though. There's probably a reasonable amount of 1 toughness creatures in Chaos Draft, because you kind of have to play derpy creatures sometimes. So I think I like Ballistic Shaman, and it goes to work with the Battle Shaper. I can now be green-red, maybe splashing white. Alright. See where we go from here. Lead a Stampede. I do have 4 creatures, but it's not that good. Also Metalcraft. This wasn't even that good in this set, which was an artifact set. Leonine Skyland is very good, but it's hard to cast. I think I might just take Virdan Emissary. It's a 2/1 that dies into a Rampant Growth, so that's decent. It's hard to get this to die on demand, but you can attack or you can jump block, and it does help with the bot battle shape. It also fixes you. I think I like that over some of the more aggressive cards. Not only do I have this card, I might find some other expensive stuff. Chaos Draft is often filled with expensive cards. And if I will lead a Stampede, I mean, now I have 5 creatures. But the problem with lead Stampede is in the 5 cards, you're usually only gonna get like 2 if you're, and then you're probably running above average, because 40% of your deck is lands, and probably 10 to 15% are removal spells, equipment, or stuff like that. So you're probably not gonna hit 3 creatures, because that's 60% out of 100. And that doesn't happen very often. Oh, here we have all the colors. Alara board. 3/3 when every cast a multicolored spell gets +3/+3. Powerful but hard to work, also hard to cast. There is, however, Valiranit. I think this card will be a solid card here. It's a 6/3 for 6, which isn't great, but it does have mountain cycling, forest cycling for 2. So if you're lacking a color, you're gonna get it. And it's not the worst to hard cast off of my cards. This board poses sort of like confident to play tapped lands, but this is blue-white. So I think I'm gonna take Valiranit over Glorious-Gale Viashino. Oh man, Hunting Drake. I remember this card being very good. Probably not for me though. Also not great. Basically a 2/2 that's Defender. This card, however, looks pretty decent though. Oh, it's lands. Sorry, I thought it was creatures. Never mind. I thought you could play this like a counter spell that drew you a card. Yeah. This is mostly just garbage. I could take Hunting Drake and splash it potentially. I think that's better than just a random 2/2 with a drawback, even though it's probably playable. Alright, we got 1/1 that dies into a 1/1. Now we got a 5/3 that can give your big creatures trample. Don't love this card, but I think it's better than the rest. It can give itself vigilance, sorry. I thought it was trample. Vigilance might be pretty decent if you're in the late game and want to block. This is a sort of card that in Chaos Draft you probably have to run sometimes because you just don't have enough playables. So I have no removal except for like Ballistic Shaman, which is a very situational removal to be fair. And this is, I wouldn't call this a removal, but it's just a card that just want to take over the game, and you can eat like small ground creatures with this, but it's not a removal spell. Okay, Sunscape Familiar isn't bad. It's an 0/4 defender that taps to add colorless for your green spells, essentially. There is also a kind of a fog effect for a creature. I'm gonna take Sunscape Familiar and we shall see if I play it. If white is my splash color, I wouldn't play it, but you know. Yeah, this is not great. Only sacks to add some colorless mana. Take like a Ruthless Invasion. And discard Wheel, that's a little surprising. I think this card is strong. Right now I have no +1/+1 counters. This is also weak. Might just take Mending Touch. It's not a bad card. Saves one of your creatures for 1 green mana. It's a card you can play. Okay, I did not Wheel Lead Stampede, unfortunately. Let's take Training Ground. Shriekhorn for the mill. Memes. Not good, of course. Oh, okay. I mean, I do have 2 multicolored creatures, and I might get more. So we shall see. Oh, I should read my cards more carefully. This taps for a land that an opponent controls. This still doesn't make this bad. It might actually make this better because I might randomly get red or white. But I should start reading. I have read some cards wrong already. It's time for me to shape up. Okay, so it's like a reverse reflecting pool. Alright, so here we have Innovation. Stand or Fall is our rare. So you can make half your opponent's creatures not be able to block, but your opponent gets to choose the pile. Doesn't seem very good. There is Plague Spores, probably the best card. In fact, blows up a non-black creature in a land, but I would have to splash that. I think I might just take Serpentine Kavu. It's a 5 mana 4/4, but you can pay red to give it haste. It's not great, but it's serviceable, I think. And we get Mirrodin. Ooh, I like this one. So 1/1 haste taps with ping. Good stuff. That's the exact same card as Quirion Explorer. Not bad, but I'm gonna take Woodchuck Sorcerer. It's a little bit of removal in a sense. Again, only kills small things, but this also pings your opponent and can be pretty annoying. Another card in my colors. At the beginning of each opponent's end step, if I blink task creature spells, you get a 2/2. I mean, this could technically take over the game. This is another Alara Reborn, though. We have Sigil Captain. Do we have 2 1/1s, I think? Not bad. So, how good is this card? Eventually, your opponent's going to win another creature, and you can make a bunch of 2/2s, but it's not going to happen that easily. You could also take Pale Recluse, another fixer that can also hard cost. And this is a pretty good one, 4/5 reach for 6. Yeah, I'm going to take that, I think. Also another multicolor card for Yashin, although the rare would have been that too, I guess. But now my mana's looking better. I have 2 cyclers that fix. Okay. I remember trying this in a Ravnica and was very disappointed. You get a 2 1/1s for each card up in your opponent's hand, but it's hard to make that particularly good. Maybe it is decent. So if you get 4 1/1s, you're pretty happy. But and that might happen, but you're gonna choose land and creature, you're probably gonna get 2. I mean, you might get 6. Alright, you know what, I think I'm gonna try this again. None of these other cards seems that good. And I remember liking this card. It's pretty aggressive though. Brush Strider is probably better, honestly, because it's a free power creature that can actually block. This one makes you exile instant sorceries from the stack, which isn't great if you don't have a copy card. I think I may just take Golgari Longlegs. It's a 5/4 for 3 green essentially, but it also triggers the Viashino, and it's just solid. Big and solid. So here we have the controversial Madcap skills. A little too risky in this format. I think I'm just going to take a solid 2-drop. 2/2 that can gain first strike for red. Seems decent. I think that Hellraiser Goblin is a little bit of a win more card in some sense. 2/2 that makes your opponent's creatures attack every turn. Good if you already have a good box available. Alright, so this is a deck that's playing a lot of creatures and ways to make creatures, but I would like to find a decent way to win the game somehow. This could be it. I don't think Trash for Treasure is good in this deck. And a bunch of affinity cards. I'm going to take this and put this in my sideboard. It's a little too expensive, I think. Alright, tick. 5 mana 2/2 and gets +2/+2. So if I have all it's a 2/4 trample first strike. No thank you. I think Llanowar Knight could be a good card, even to splash. I could see it being main decked and then side it out if I'm not playing against black. On Color Attendant, I guess I'll take this card now. But I'm not excited about it. But yeah, protection cards are always very annoying for the opponent. So we did not wield 1/1 that taps. This card seems bad. This one seems okay. I'll play that if I have to. Okay. Not terrible. 3 mana, put a +1/+1 counter and draw a card, and then it's a 5/3 that dies into a counter. So it's a Sigil Captain. But I don't have that many 1/1s. I guess pretty good with this card. Oh, okay. Okay. That's a combo. All this becomes 3/3. That's a pretty sick combo. And then I have also this card and this card. Okay. Okay, so I would like to get some removal here, but we shall see. Master Rogue. Phyrexian Metamorph, huh? Another card you can host Hardcast in any deck, and it's a clone. Pretty good. There is also Tormentor Exarch, a small version of Flametongue Cover, 2/2 that kills a 2 toughness creature. I'm actually not sure about this. I think it just be Tormentor Exarch over Metamorph. Metamorph is good, but this is Chaos Draft. Creature's not going to be that insane, and it's just a 3 mana clone that cost me 2 life. Good, but this card can be a 2/1. Just kill a 2 toughness creature. And I was lacking removal. So I think I'm gonna take the Tormentor Exarch. Oh, Lux Cannon. You're very slow. But what else is there here? There is Horizon Spellbomb. And it's actually a mana fixer that draws you a card. I think that's going to be good. You basically pay in total of 4 mana to get a basic land and draw a card. But you don't also have to play green. If you're desperate for a land, you can just pay 2. So I think that's going to be good. Lux Cannon is very slow. You need Proliferate. Basically, you need to wait 4 turns to destroy a permanent. So you basically only gonna get 1 permanent, maybe 2, but it's so slow. So I'm gonna be taking Horizon Spellbomb. Here I think Leonin Bola is actually pretty good. So it's a 1 mana artifact that you can equip for 1 and then you unattach the tap target creature. So during your opponent's turn you can tap 1 creature, but during your turn you can actually tap a lot of creatures if you have them, and then I have Fertile Imagination to make me some tokens. So I think that's gonna be okay here. And this is fine. It's expensive. Rootborn Defenses. No, I can take Shane Walker then, maybe. It's not the worst. I mean, you can just play it as a 2/1 that stays home if you want to block it. Child of Alara. Nah, I don't think so. It's not even that big of a payoff. This card, however, is good. It means the creatures can't block or they have to block. I like it better than Protection card or Wild Leotard. And another Darksteel pack. Nothing here excites me very much. Got a Key Rune that could help me ramp out some stuff, and then it turns into a 3/2, so it's not the worst. I like it better than Darren Sky just because I'm more red and green than anything else. This isn't the worst. See, have I ended up with some more 1/1s for the captain? No, I don't think so. Alright, Trigon of Rage. Not terrible. And Deathfoot Cobra or Leeching Bite. Or it seems like it's a good trick. I'm gonna cut like Mending Touch. Could also put Landworm Knight in my sideboard. Possible that this card does not get there just because of the mana cost is double white. Running out of pack here. I like this art. Grizzly Salvage, constructed all-star. Not quite, but ooh, could be a pretty good sideboard card against black. I now have two basically functional reprints of the same card. Let's see. I think 8/7/2 is a good mana base. I do have. This is a double green card, but I also have a bunch of land cyclers. So this should be decent, I think. So let's tap. Oh, I can't tap for green. Huh. So this can produce green, right? Huh. Okay, well, I guess I have to play the key rune first then. And then choose creature. My opponent has two creatures, okay. So I get 4 1/1s. Jagged Puppet. And Blind Hunter. So this is a game where Leonimbola might take over. Comes Blind Hunter. Drain for 2 and has Haunt. But Plains. Okay, I think I'll lead with Spellskite, then play Valley Rennet. Then next turn I'm gonna start attacking with the help of Leonimbola, hopefully. Okay. I'm going to redirect that to Spellskite. I rather Spellskite that be on Spellskite because this I want to attack and block with this, and opponent probably not going to attack and block too much with the Spellskite. Okay. All right, Leonin Bola. That. Do that. Attack with all except Spellskite. Opponent takes 13. Then equip Bola. And sure, if my opponent has something that pumps for 6, I lose, but otherwise my opponent should be dead next turn. Opponent puts Yoke of the Damned on my creature. Okay. So my opponent was not heavy black, which means I don't think I even bother siding in these dorks. We're back, unfortunately, with a mulligan. Even though this is a 2-for-1, it's too much weight to carry. I think I'm gonna keep this one, but I do not like it. Maybe I should have put this on the bottom, but I feel like putting the card on the bottom that asks the most of my mana with this hand is better. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Good start. So I think I'm going to go Shane Walker and unleash it. Because it's going to be able to buy attacking trade with most things and not need to block for a moment. Since my opponent didn't cost anything on the first 2 turns and seems to be a multicolored slow deck. Yeah, my opponent missed a land drop and I drew the perfect card. So, not perfect. I guess I probably would have preferred a forest, but I can't complain here, of course. I'm gonna go Disciple over Ballistic. The Ballistic could even finish something off post count. Let's say my opponent plays a 3 toughness creature, I could maybe attack into that. Seems okay. Well, that wasn't much of a game. Okay, round number 2. Here's where the key rune is good. Taps for green. Gonna have to draw another green, but I think this is not great, but keepable. Another red deck. So for the moment, I'm not gonna board in the 2/2 the protection from black, but now that might change. Kaleidostone. So it's a 2 and I draw a card and you tap sack to add Vuberg. Okay. Well, the mountain is not great, but that's what you get for keeping a hand like this. Yeah. So my opponent is some sort of multicolored 5-color nonsense, so maybe I don't bring in the protection creature anyway, because it's hard to cast. Green-white is a hard color. I think if my opponent was heavy black, could have done it. But... oh, 5 indestructible Myr creatures, so 5 create a Myr token. Okay, that's slow, but it's gonna take over the game if I don't draw anything here. I could. This is instant speed too. Yeah. Play this and pump up the. Probably not winning this game, but we shall see. So Shatter Effects doesn't deal with this, so there's no point in bringing in some artifact destruction, but if I had some exile I might. Alright, there's Forest, probably too slow though. I think I'm willing to offer the trade here to get through 2 damage. Also, it's not... I don't think I have a way around this, so I think just put the pressure on and try and sneak a win. I don't know exactly how, but if my opponent spends 5 mana every turn to make a 2/2, eventually I might be able to power through that. Right now, none of my creatures can even be blocked by profitably because this can get first strike. So I think my opponent needs to do something else this turn rather than make a 2/2. Otherwise, my opponent takes 5 and I continue to develop my board. Fortunately, this, if I activate it, just trades for a 2/2. So if my opponent can do something for 2 mana, that would be awesome for my opponent. 3 mana is less good, because if my opponent has something for 2 mana, I can make a 2/2 as well. But okay, I don't care about that too much. I'm already like not winning a long game. Like Card Adventures doesn't bother me here. So while that is a good card, it doesn't really do that much. Ooh, Leeching Bite can just deal with that. But do I need to do that now though? I don't think so. I think I can just attack here. Maybe I should have given one of my creatures Vigilance, but I don't think it matters. Yeah, I could have played this pre-combat and gave it Vigilance, I suppose, but now... So the idea with playing this is that it can, together with a 2/2, deal 3 damage, but... I do have a Leeching Bite. Okay, and there's another pinger, so now my opponent can ping for 2 and make a 2/2. This could be pretty good for me though. So... I need green for... I can't activate the key rune here. Alright, let's go to attacks. So... yeah. My point is to try to blow my opponent out with Leeching Bite here. Okay. Interesting. Did not make a 2/2. Mana. Scorching Lava on that. Sure. That. Gonna give that. Yeah. Force my opponent to use it, I suppose. It wouldn't have mattered if I had responded. My opponent could have still pinged. Oh well. So my opponent takes 2 but loses both the pingers. So I play this. Alright, and if there is some free damage now, Is it possible that I can power through this? That would be kind of unexpected. Oh, I didn't expect I was winning that game, but I guess that's how you gotta play against when your opponent plays a sort of unbeatable long game engine card, which is slow. I think you have to play it like that. So I don't think, again, it's good to bring in the protection from black creature. Yeah, I still don't like that. I mean, I guess this becomes a 5 if we get blocked by one of those 2/2s, but that still doesn't solve the problem. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, a solid hand, I would say. Question is, what do I do on turn 2? Do I play the mana ramper or the 2/2? I'll draw a land. I don't have a 4-drop in my hand. I think I can just probably play the 2/2 then. 2 mana for Pental Prism. That's a ramp card. Okay, well, that might change things. I think my opponent's pretty likely to power out something good next turn, but yeah, still, I don't know. It's close. This is a double Lotus Petal, but you have to spend 2 mana instead of 0 to cast it. It's still pretty good. Yeah, and that was one of the reasons why I didn't want to play the Explorer, because my opponent showed me 2 pingers. Huh. The ping versus ping. So here's the interesting thing. If I play my pinger, we can be in a standoff, and any of us could choose to kill the other. I guess I attack first. And if my opponent wants, my opponent can't even trade here. I could also just play Blizzardstick Shaman and sort of trade too. Or I can crack long legs. Or I mean crack long legs. Crack Canopy. I think I want to crack Canopy. I mean this crack Canopy. Crack the Spellbound for probably green here, because I have 2 double green cards. Alright. Yeah, if I draw a white card, it's going to be unfortunate, but alright, that might actually change it. Yeah, that's going to change it. Because, okay, so everything just worked out then. Attack, and I guess I can for the moment just ignore the... Okay, that's fine. I can just for the moment ignore the Berserker, because, or the Sorcerer, because it doesn't kill anything I want to play in a couple of close turns. Like next turn I'm going to play Long Legs, pump this up. Turn after that I might play the Behemoth, or I may play something that deals with the Berserker. But I don't need to deal with the Berserker right this moment. Opponent stocks up on some cards here. Discards a land as you want to do. Plays a... oh, another pinger, huh? Okay, well... ooh, still... don't think I need to worry too much about that. Just put some big creatures on the board, and eventually... so the question is, how do I want to do this against these pingers? So I could lead with Blizzardstick and kill this, then my opponent kills the Blizzardstick. I could also play my Sorcerer, ping this or this, but then my opponent... okay, so here comes something good. What is is this? Heliopial, 5 mana. Okay, so that can sacrifice for 2 to deal 5 damage to any target. Alright. Acceptable. Okay, and my opponent uses up some shard counters and Embersmith to kill my Viasheen. Alright, pretty good turn. So, but this costs 2 mana, so for the moment my opponent can't use that. So now I have a window. My opponent has nothing. Think I'm gonna use the window to kill my opponents. Because now my opponent needs to top deck an artifact, and that's not even necessarily going to happen. Play this too, because if my opponent has a 1 damage effect, it's gonna kill the sorcerer. And if my opponent doesn't draw an artifact, I can just kill Embersmith with my sorcerer. But if my opponent draws an artifact and then also can sack this to deal with my long legs, it's gonna be annoying. But then I still have gas in the tank. My opponent cracks the Cluestone, that's a very good sign for me. Very good sign. 2 mana, kill long legs. I still have gas in the tank though, so yeah, this is a desperation attack. I'm gonna take it because presumably. Okay, let's kill that. And let's attack with long legs. See if my opponent wants to correct the artifact. Yeah, it's a little risky to wait, but I guess. So now this protects me from a haste creature, also prevents blockers, so I like my chances here. Okay, another pinger. This one doesn't have haste though. Okay, replicate 1 damage any target. Okay, so my opponent kills my pinger now. Understandable. I can force that to attack. Unfortunately, it doesn't have haste. 3, 6, 7. How about I just ping that? Just don't wanna take any chances and. Let's see for the final. Alright, number 3, round number 3. Good hand. And with the spell bomb and 3 2-drops, don't have to crack it immediately. We're gonna, as in the last round, lead with Chainwalker because it has the biggest damage output, and if my opponent deals with it, so be it. It's, this time we shall see if there's gonna be a what's it called? Boarding in the green-white, because my opponent seems to be heavier on the black side. 3-1 flying haste doesn't bother me too much. Can't even. I mean, I guess I could block my Chainwalker, but who cares? That seems like an okay trade for me. 2 mana for 4. And of course, can't block my Disciple. I'm gonna think I'm fine with the trade. Yes, in theory I could wait to get Bola going, but seems like that's so far in the future. This is for the moment just a 3/3, but that could change. Alright, 1/1, basically lifelink. Okay, it might be time now to... No, let's attack first. I'm going to crack the Spellmore for green. See if my opponent has something here. Don't think not attacking is a good way to go about things. Sack this. Get my card. Oh, okay. Spellskite. Now do I play Spellskite or Emissary? Emissary could in theory attack, but it does just trade for this. Maybe it's better just to play Spellskite and sort of insulate myself from some sort of sorcery removal for this, because this is going to be a 6/6 next turn. If I play long legs. Okay, gets a lifelink hit in. I guess the difference is that this is a trigger, so if my opponent dives as damage before lifelink does its thing, then this is worse than lifelink. But for the most part, that is basically lifelink. Okay, I have protection with Spellskite. I'm just gonna play Lonin Bola. And what do you got? It's gonna be something spectacular. Alright, there are Orzhov, so it could be like some sweeper maybe. Yeah, so do I want to board in these? I don't think so still, because my opponent didn't seem to have a lot of small black creatures, so why do I even bother bringing it in, you know? Oof, yeah. If my opponent plays a 1 toughness creatures, there are some arguments for cracking this on turn 2, not getting the card, so I can get double red for the sorcerer. But we shall see. I kind of also want white for the Viashino. Yeah, so now I have to make a decision, I suppose. Oh, okay. I think I can wait a little bit. This only taps for blue or black, but does still tap for mana. And next turn... Okay, so now my opponent... wait a second here. So I can put a forest on the top, and then I can crack the Horizon spell in my upkeep. Shielding Rats forces me to put a card on the top. Alright. But if I do this in upkeep, I may not have to draw my card. We shall see. It's possible it triggers before. So I want the search to happen last. I guess I can't. Okay, so I have to draw the card first, unfortunately. Oh well, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and get a Plainstone. Okay. It sort of worked out because now Blisterstic is a pinger. So I guess there was no way to avoid drawing the card of Shielding Rats, but that's fine. This is not going to be a game where I rush my opponent. It's more like a game where I try to grind my opponent out with some of my expensive cards. So, oh, that is interesting. I think I have to do this now before it's too late. I'm gonna choose creatures still. I think there's got to be some creatures left, right? Whereas I don't know about the elves. So I did only get 2 1/1s, but what are you gonna do? Let's see my opponent's hand. Sinister Strength, Worldly Council, Sapphire Drake. Okay, Sapphire Drake is scary. Gonna kill me pretty fast. Opponent plays basically, look at the top 2 cards, put 1 in the hand. Like a sleight of hand. I'm going to double block my Chittering Rats, I guess. And Forest Walk. Uh-oh, well. So, I think I have to do this before. So here's my thinking. If I go Blister Stick, if I go to Reach Creature, I risk my opponent putting attack here, I think. I risk my opponent putting this on the Forest Walker. Whereas if my opponent puts this on this, I could maybe have Pale Reckless still. Whereas putting that on the Forest Walker would be bad for me. Trade here though. Opponent is down to Sapphire Drake, Sinister Strength, and well, we shall see. First, my opponent plays a oh, this is a problem. So this is a 5/5 Intimidate, which means I can't block it, essentially. And my opponent can put creatures from my graveyard into play and mill me to get further action. Yeah, I think this is probably just game. I don't think I can beat that right now. I think I'm going to pack it up, because the problem is that this card just steals my creatures, also mills me, and then so next time my opponent can, for example, put Ballistic Shaman into play, ping this, also can attack me for 5, so I don't think there is any reason to show more cards here. Alright, still don't think I want the 2/2 protection from black here, but I could be wrong, but no. Yeah, this seems fine. Question is, what do I do on turn 2? This is closer than lost. I really want to play this and get in for free every turn, but playing Explorer into Key Rune into some of my more better stuff could also be good. We shall see. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna go Explorer here. Because next time I can go Fertile Imagination, that's gotta be pretty good, I think. 2 mana? Okay. Alright. I'm gonna choose creatures. I think that's the most likely. I could also choose land, I suppose. Yeah, land seems... Land could backfire though. Oh man, I should have chosen... Oh my god. Oh, my opponent has no creatures in hand, but had 3 lands. That's blowout. That's a blowout. I should have chosen lands. I thought that maybe my opponent has no lands in hand. I would have probably just won the game if I chosen land. Oh man. Brutal. However, there is one saving grace. That was my opponent's top deck. The saving grace is that Mon doesn't have an answer for Boros Battleship right now. That is the one saving grace. Alright, let's go Key Rune into Shane Walker. Gonna unleash it, of course. Might just get killed, but... Oh man. I would have been so much better shape if I was chosen land. This is why I don't like this card. I don't think the card is bad, it's just so hard to choose right. And my thought process was that probably my opponent has a lot of creatures in hand. But my opponent could have kept a 2-lander or a 3-lander, and I'd just have gotten 2 1/1s. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Alright, I think I'm going to pass... no. Okay, well... Thing is, Burning Imperious kills that anyway. Okay. Two on Swamp Walk, sure. I think I'm going to, if this resolves, I'm going to stop the monitor from attacking, of course. But there are some arguments for choosing the Sewer Shambler, because this can attack and... Oh, I guess... Oh, I guess... I'm not sure. Okay, I should probably choose this then. I'm not gonna block though, but... Might as well just force it to attack. Because my opponent has Burn Impure. And Ocular Halo. Force that to attack. I still need to draw something else, but... Man, that fertile imagination blew me out. Alright, no blocks. It's not that I'm scared of the Scavenge necessarily, because I have Battleshaper. It's more that I'm scared of Burned Impure. So now my opponent's gonna draw extra card every turn. But oh, that was an excellent draw. So let's start by doing this. Get my opponent to tap out, presumably. Oh, okay. I think I have, again, misread my card. Opponent did not. Okay, yeah. Burnt Impure. Okay, so now... can kill the card drawer. Okay, so let's play this card right now. I can... stop one thing from blocking or attacking and vice versa. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay. Man, if I had those 6/1/1s. Yeah, I don't know what I can draw, but sure, something. This game was decided by this card, unfortunately. And it's possible I made a mistake, I admit that. But it just seemed like my opponent would have some creatures in hand. Okay, can't block. Opponent is racing pretty hard for some reason. Guess my opponent's hand might not be that good. Or... okay. Opponent can attack me for 8. This is an attack for 7 though, so maybe I can mice some random win here. I don't know. Still, I need to draw something because I only have 7 next turn. Oh crap, and I'm gonna draw nothing. Okay, well. Okay, my opponent plays a little bit more conservative now, which is understandable. Alright, I guess I can't really attack here. This can work defensively too, though. No, this card is... no, it does this trick here. But I thought you could do this every turn, but it's like accelerated arrows, I guess. It's not terrible, but... so now I can trade for this and take 4, go to 1. And I don't know what I could draw, but we should try. This also can deal to... now it's only these creatures. Alright. That will do it for this Chaos draft.